What would you suggest if you had to pick one contraceptive?
Vasectomy.
We've had IUDs in practice for a really long time. For the majority of this, we were only placing them in women after they had given birth at least once because of their size and being able to pass them through the cervix. Now we have different options and we are offering them to women younger, which is wonderful. However, when we're putting IUDs in the uterus of women who are really young, sometimes the progesterone dose in them is so high that it is preventing ovulation. And we are seeing young women who are not ovulating and they are not making estrogen, therefore, and they don't even really realize it because that's not disclosed as one of the main mechanisms of a progesterone IUD because it doesn't happen in enough people to effectively prevent conception that way. It works through the inflammation, the cervical mucus changes.
And why does that matter?
Because if you are not ovulating and you're not making estrogen, you are going to have low libido, low energy. You're not going to build your bones during critical years. Let's say the IUD lasts 5 to 7 years. You're 18 to 25. These are some of the most critical years in your mental health, your bone health, your cardiac health, and being low estrogen during that time is going to set you up on a different risk trajectory for your entire life. And the worst thing here about the progesterone IUD is that because of the progesterone, which will thin the lining, many women just say, I don't have my period because my lining is so thin, and that's a side effect of the IUD. If that same woman was not ovulating and came to me and said, I haven't had a period in 7 years, and I knew she was low estrogen and not ovulating, we're highly concerned about her health. But because she has an IUD, what happens? Well, that's a side effect of the IUD. No big deal. So we're missing the moment to understand where are some of these symptoms just side effect of the IUD, or are they having a much bigger role in what's going to happen to that woman's long-term trajectory for being low estrogen during crucial years. And I'll say this, Stephen, I'm very biased, right? I'm a fertility doctor. I see patients who have trouble getting pregnant. That is a narrow subset. That is not the majority of women who have IUDs.
So what would you suggest if you had to pick one contraceptive?
Vasectomy.